Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. I'm your host, Colors Fade. It's episode 47. We have lots of different things to do, but if we can find this system called Muro, right there, 79, there's supposed to be something here for us. So what's going to be the best way to get over there? In this direction. Okay. Then off we go. The vessel's confessors report discontent among their flock during the traditional sermon before departure. A ritual chandelier's 100 candles were snuffed out at once. The missionaries attribute this incident to an open ventilation shaft, but the voidsmen noticed it and are whispering about ill omen, fearing the woes that may soon come. We will sanctify all chambers of the void ship one more time. The holy procession, in full accordance with the ecclesiarchy's liturgical canon, rekindled the faith of the voidsmen's hearts. Anyway, we move on. We get 2 profit factor because Vibos finished its thing. So, Lord Captain, a disturbing report has come from the quarries of Vibos 6. The convicts have lost their minds. They forgot how to use tools. They huddled together and continue to stare aimlessly into space, even under the lashes of whips, ruining the mining deadlines. Some are possessed with the urge to use their nails to scratch blasphemous symbols on tools, machines, and even their own bodies. The most mad have painted the walls of several mines from floor to ceiling with the symbols and then gone off deep into the mining tunnels. None of them could be found. The overseers consider it a ploy to divert attention away from the escapes and an impending rebellion. What are those symbols being scratched out by the convicts? It's hard to give these drawings any sort of intelligible definition. Unnaturally round circles connected by lines. The lines are interrupted by groups of dots. Some patterns follow a certain common logic, while others are unique. I can provide your lordship with pics of them. After examining the pic, you realize that the symbols are connected through a strange logical sequence. What do my advisors have to say? I am detecting an intriguing pattern in the drawing of the symbols left by the prisoners. Hypothesis: they have a practical purpose, requesting clearance for the Adeptus Mechanicus to access the mines and investigate the specimens. Disappearing prisoners? What is the point of running away from penal servitude if the entire world is a prison cell? No, Shadeen, these Ashmags have found some sort of smuggling tunnel network and are hiding there, and the drawings are their secret language, which they can use to give orders to their fellow prisoners. I know some guys who can find such secret places and decipher these languages. If the convicts continue to disappear for no reason, then unrest will soon follow, whether out of fear or hope for the possibility of escape. To stifle this, we must put pressure on the convicts' leaders. My experience suggests that such people can hold more sway than any overseer. A fish rots from the head, and a prison begins to collapse because of its overseers. It is suspicious that no one has managed to get to the bottom of the problem. Lean on the senior staff to get the information we need. Someone in the prison must be exploiting the situation to their own ends. Oh, well, what are our options? We get expert cryptographer. All allies gain +7 logic. The Rogue Trader servants have succeeded in identifying and studying the patterns in particular drawings, so expert cryptographer. I'm not sure I care so much about that. What's Jai's? Peculiar trinket. At the start of the wearer's turn, they gain equipped armor deflection, temporary wounds, 2 times that. 2 times their deflection wounds. When the wearer's wounds drop to 0, they fall prone and gain 10% of their maximum wounds as temporary wounds. The wearer becomes the priority target of adjacent enemies. While prone, if the wearer has no other allies within more than 0 wounds, they and their allies die. On the wearer's next turn, they regain 30% of their wounds if they still have temporary wounds. This effect activates only once per round. I don't think that's necessarily worth having. You will gain Watchdogs of Vibos. Harsh overseer, drive the crew. Flagship gains +3 speed. Say that 3 times fast for the first round. And then there's the equalizer. 2-handed ranged weapon, solid projectile, has a 10 rate of fire. The weapon deals additional damage equal to the target's difficulty tier. Solid projectile weapons have increased over penetration. If it was a bolter, I'd get it and give it to Argenta because it has 2 more rate of fire than her current weapon. It's kind of cool. None of these options are making me excited. Expert cryptographer, certainly not. The peculiar trinket. When the wearer's wounds drop to 0, they fall prone. That might be a good Abelard item. For a generous fee, my people could find even the smallest stone tossed at the bottom of the sea, Sherry. A squad of daring smugglers slipped into the mines and discovered long collapsed tunnels that had been cleared very recently. An unnaturally even wall, covered in strange symbols, caught their attention. The tunnel went down deep. It was not on any of the mining maps. Colony administration gave orders to conduct an archive survey, banned work in the sector, and had guards posted there until the origins of the tunnel could be established. So we get that. So that is completed punishment of the outsiders. So now we can do the next thing, level 2 here. Well, what does the Excel spreadsheet say for VBOS Tier 2? Ergonomics and Extracticum Metallica. Okay, Extracticum Metallica. This gets you Blocks Project Holy Servitude, Blocks Project Lair in the Void. It gives you, if you have reputation with Explorers, Mechanisms, Phlogiston, it gives you more mobile extractiums, and your Explorers goes up by 5,000, which is great. And then Ergonomics Blocks Project Envirodome. Bolt gains the Absolute Efficiency feature. All allies gain +5 commerce and +4% hit chance. Everyone knows that. Okay, so that's nice for the hit chance. Envirodome. Okay, all allies suffer minus toxic damage. No, we want this. We want that. I'm not worried about the mobile extractiums right this minute, so I'd rather do this. Let's execute that one. And then what else do we have? Holy Servitude. This gives you a ring. Fire and melt a scorching shot once per combat. Lame. Warp Guides will give you +2 security. +2 efficiency. And +2. Let's go for these 2 first, and then we'll get the bonus one down here. Let's go for efficiency first. Dargonus, Kiavagama, Janus. This one. Troubling news has arrived from Janus, your lordship. While digging an irrigation ditch, workers found a Xeno obelisk made of unknown material. It was delivered to a laboratorium and subjected to a number of tests, one of which caused a reaction. The obelisk generated a low-frequency vibration, and the events that followed were catastrophic. A series of anomalies were recorded in the Epsilon 2 Majoris region. It's almost like Janus itself is fighting us there. Many logistical chains have been disrupted. The only people who visit the uncontrolled territory are the wretches fleeing deeper into the region in greater and greater numbers. The observers report strange fires in the sky at night, completely imperceptible to the augurs. Chem princes are hastily summoning militias and getting ready to start a purifying crusade. They await your lordship's blessing. I see. What exactly is happening there? The vegetation demonstrated a remarkable ability for wild growth. It took the plants only 2 days to overrun the agri-complexes in the region. Extinct species of local megafauna have been spotted in the newly formed jungle, aggressive and acting in unnatural cohesion. How are the wretches involved? We don't know. It is as if they have all received a signal telling them to abandon their work and rush deep into the afflicted territory. Some were stopped by the watchmen appointed by your order. Fortunately, about 100 still made their way into the region. I see. Methodically eliminate everything in the region. This will give you Janus Warlord. The Rogue Trader gains 10 fellowship, +5 weapon skill, and +5 ballistic skill. That's certainly an option. Send in the scouts. Oh, you get torpedo launchers. 4 Eldaric Sonic torpedoes, 22 damage warheads. Not better than anything we already have. Blessing of the Warp Spider. Whenever the wearer kills an enemy or scores a critical hit, they gain +2 movement points on their next turn. Oh, that's pretty hot. Okay. That was this one? Yeah. Isolate the region and commence research. We must understand what we're dealing with. It will be done, your lordship. The afflicted region was isolated. Soon after the quarantine had been imposed, one of the escaped wretches emerged from the jungle and handed the wardens who met him a parcel containing some kind of Xeno artifact and a message. Accept the gifts and leave the world in peace. Alright, so that was Capella Biologis. Yep. So if we go here, this is going to get you Surgeon's Medical Kit and Replenishing. Periodically can be replenished in batches of 5. Do not forget to collect them. Okay, that's the interesting thing. Where do we actually collect them from? Okay, so apparently what we have to do is actually go to the planet and visit it to get that. Now, at this point in time, we've done everything that we can, and we can't do rank 3 until what happens? What are we missing here? Blocks Xena Defense, blocks Monster Service. People is missing on that one. Oh, what are we missing on this one? Adamantine. Okay, so Carcalla's Honor. I don't care so much about having this. Grants an additional area of attack that affects all adjacent cells around the wielder, +1 damage per target in the area. That's kind of nice. It might be a nice weapon for Cabela. Monstrous Servants gives us the Scorcher. The user gains 1 AP and immediately resets cooldowns on all attacks and attack abilities. At the start of the user's next turn, they gain +1 stack of Staggered, which is minus penalty to their things. Okay. And Xeno Defense, Seeker of the Weak. All enemies suffering from burning, toxin, or bleeding suffer a -30 penalty to dodge. Kind of like that. So the following project must be completed in the colony. Dark Sages. Okay. Janus, we got to complete Dark Sages. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Oh, but we can't do it because that one's blocked by this one. Okay, so that's fine. So we can't do this one. We can do this one. We just need more people. And we can do this one, which is the one I'd probably rather have. But we need adamantium. Okay. In that case, adamantium contracts. Do we have anything that'll give us to us? Weapons for this will give us adamantium. Profit factor. I'm not doing that. I'm not giving away profit factor. People for provisions. Adamantium for profit factor. So we need to find more adamantium. Okay. So this is Trinitos. Where is Janus at? Gosh, you'd think I'd know the name of these systems. Okay, one sec. Okay, I know where all my colonies are at here. Now I can figure out what the heck I'm doing. So Janus is up here. Right there. Travel right there. Gonna visit it. I'm gonna find out where we get these. Type. So this is the Surgeon Medikit. We get 5, and we should get 5 more from this planet. Okay. Let's find out. Replenishing, and then it'll replenish after a certain amount of time and a certain amount of jumps. So. And there's no other projects going on Janus. We've done everything we can do. Yep. Alright. In that case, do we just have to go to Governor Viat's estate? Maybe. Alright. You're back in the party. You're back in the party. I'm going to find out where this is. I'm really curious. Do we just have to talk to this guy? Or is it in a box somewhere? Your Lordship, speaking with you is always an honor. Okay. I uncovered the servant who betrayed the governor. Here's a place where you will find his body. Okay. Just curious about where we might go for this. Because there's 5 there. Maybe we have to visit in here? Let me see if I can find out where this is, because this just doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but there are certain things about the game that just don't, so we'll take a look. So in an effort not to lose my cool, I'm going to explain that at this point in the time in the game, I don't know how this works. I have no clue. I have 5 of these in my inventory, and I don't know if, when, or how they replenish. People on Reddit who seem to think that you can read their mind say that all you need to do is go do this colony project on Janus, and then you will have replenishing medikits. Yeah, that's why we did the project. Where do we go to get them? How do they replenish? Is it magic? Do they just start appearing in my inventory over time? Do I have to go somewhere and open a box? I don't know, because there is no box on Janus that way you can open and when it will just magically start giving these things to you. I couldn't find it, so I don't know where it is, and nobody wants to explain that point. So once again, when I find out, you all will get a really nice 30-second tutorial without a bunch of BS to explain how to do this. For now, it's a mystery, because that's the way Owlcat likes to keep things. Stupidly dumb. It's just so frustrating. So, we're here. There's a couple more places we can go down here. Eye of the Magnetic Storm. There's this planet right here. System right here. Uncharted. System Speculo. I don't think we actually want to go there right now. What's on System Speculo? Okay, I'm wrong. We can do this right now. It's not a big deal. System Speculum is Pillars of Viridis. What's this? Lay waste to Hiroki's room station. This is Agatha Archides. There's not much going on there either. Alright, well, we might as well investigate as many of these systems as we can before we do anything else. But we do need to go to Dargonus, so we could make this place a little safer. A little more of a direct route here. We'll spend a point to do that. We'll warp travel over. We're going to chart new routes to get that point back. And then we'll go to System Speculo. There's some ship combat here. And then there's a bunch of stuff that doesn't really matter. There's some Xenotech here. And some Adamantine. So, we need both those things. Xenotech. Require an extractium. Oh, we're out of extractiums. What? We're out of extractiums already? Really? Didn't think we were. Okay. One of these planets lets us do a bunch of different stuff. Yeah, but Gamma, what do we got going on here? It's one of these planets that we actually have something going on. Dargonus, Genetic Mercy. We can just get people by doing that. Okay, do it. Vibos, Dreamless, Efficiency +2. We should be able to get some mechanisms, security. This will give us 5 mobile extractiums. Do it. Okay. So what's this? Auger's Anomaly. Oh yeah, okay. There's no real combat here. Well, that's a bummer. Yeah, this is the bottomless pit, and I still don't. This is one of the few side quest things that I just don't know what the point of it is.
I am elated to see new devout servants of the God Emperor joining the ranks of the rogue traders' retinue.
Oh, exalted one. Why did you have to send me a lawman with a book for a heart and a rock for a face, instead of another enchanting sister? Surely that isn't too much to ask.
God grants me insight.
So...
Aha! Found it.
Really? Rudimentary tools. Covered in the dirt, a carved pattern.
As it should be.
The surface is covered in countless scratches and you can discern some logic in them. Someone began by scratching strange symbols, but then defaced them, adding extra marks and lines. So,
is there money to be made?
There's a rusty...
Bridges over dusty trenches.
Yeah.
How frightfully fascinating. Truly, the mind. Remind me again why we've come all this way.
Numerous ropes and cables end abruptly at the very edge of the pit, vanishing into the gathering darkness. There's an inscription over here.
I did it?
Touch the darkness and the darkness will accept you. Yeah, that's what they say. Touch the darkness. Inside the containers are the remnants of stones and frescoes depicting a black spot.
Always keep your eye on the
That
prize.
sounds fun. What's down here? Anything?
Nothing escapes my sight.
Goods. There's a staff. It's the Staff of Mind Sight. The wielder of this staff, power level 12, gains the Vision of Death ability. This ability is also available. It's a heroic act. Let's see. Plus 15 willpower, plus 10 perception. Enemies suffer a minus 10 penalty to all resistance tests against psychic powers. Telepathy discipline used by the will. Oh, it's a telepathy stat. It goes for it's an Idira stat. Alright, so there's just this pit. The darkness swirls beneath your feet, a void of impenetrable gloom. You do not hear a single sound from the depths. No wailing wind, no rustle of dust. The bright daylight cannot pierce the darkness lying over the slopes. The longer you look into its depth, the stronger the feeling grows that this darkness isn't just an absence of light. It is something immeasurably vast, endless, capable of reaching the farthest stars or swallowing a galaxy. Through sheer force of will, you avert your gaze. At the edge of your consciousness, you sense something slimy and intangible, answering your invitation for contact. It seeps into your thoughts, tasting your emotions. Surprise and curiosity envelop you, but these feelings are not your own. You feel your way to the barely tangible edges of the entity's consciousness, separate it from yourself, and squeeze it till it's reduced to the size of a bead. The entity trembles, trying to break free of your mental grasp. Surprise, rage, elation, and fear replace one another. After a while, the entity stabilizes, but the moment you loosen your grip, it escapes, leaving behind a piece of itself inside your mind. What that piece of yourself does, I don't know. My willpower didn't go up. I'm not sure what I would have got from that. Denial of nightmares is from something we're wearing, so I don't see any. I don't know. So if something happened to us, I don't know what it was. Left behind a piece. Okay. Does it say in here? Gained experience, bottomless pit. Yeah, and it doesn't even say. So if anything tangible happens from that, I have no idea, and I don't have the patience to just go through every single stat and try to figure out, did I get some bonus that I didn't know I had? It's like, could you do that better, Owlcat? I think you could. Adamantine, I'd like to do something with that. Well, we don't have any mobile extractiums, so that's the first time I ran out of mobile extractiums, actually, on all my playthroughs. I don't know what was different. I thought we had like 10 of them there for a minute, and then all of a sudden we got none. So, all right, unknown ships. This is the Interstellar Sextant. A report shows up on your personal cogitator screen. Unknown ships are towing the Interstellar Sextant, a cargo ship belonging to one of Footfall's wealthiest traders. Looks like the pirates have bitten off more than they can chew, and have now been forced to drag the ship to a more secluded place where they can plunder it undisturbed. Attack the pirates. As soon as they see you, the escort ships charge into battle at once while the captive Sextant powers up its warp engines. Unless you interrupt the preparation for the jump, the cargo ship will forever vanish beyond the veil of the Immaterium, along with all the riches it's carrying. Send all available forces to intercept the Interstellar Sextant and don't let it get away. Alright, so we know how this is going to go.
Hold fast. Our faith will be tested.
Yes, it will, and this is how we're going to test it. The battle is over. Wow, that was eventful. You're stunning me. Wow, okay, that was neat. Alright, I suppose we should have done that a different way, but since the combat and ship combat is broken, I don't really see the point. Did we go to Moo Row last time? I need to check, I suppose. Right, at the end of the icy cannon thing, the trap last time, we got the coordinates to go to Muro. So we're going to go there. Buzz our way up there and see what those coordinates were trying to lead us to. That night, the Lord Captain and some of his crew were awakened by beautiful music. Sound seemed to caress their very minds until they realized that the source was their own bodies. While their teeth were chattering out of staccato, their tendons were being plucked like strings by unseen hands, and invisible breaths flowed through their bones, tuning them into mournful flutes. The illusion ended, but for a long time afterward, every movement made their hearts stutter in fear. Was the orchestra about to strike up once more? Strike up the band, darling. Muro 79. Let's visit and see what we come up with here. There's supposed to be something new going on. What is this? What's with the wrecked void ship? Explorer station. When the rogue trader ship approaches the Adeptus Mechanicus void station, it is met with hostile scrutiny of the station's defense lasers. An explorer, Lex Mechanic, who introduces himself as Service Unit 42. Yeah. So, let's see. Get some more stuff from that. Mechanicus Creations. Great. We can give him some stuff and keep getting things. Alright. What do we lose? Removed cargo. Fuel. Oh, I see. Alright. What is here? Wrecked void ship, not explored. Okay. The priceless discovery left the crew speechless and shaken. The ancient Imperial Ark ship, Hammer of Redemption, was hidden below the surface, impervious to the auger sight. Had the rogue trader not found pieces of an Archaeotech compass, that's the compass that we've been putting together over the last several episodes, that resonated with the vessel's defense systems, it would have remained lying in a bottomless chasm, lost and undeservedly forgotten forever. And we get goods from it, so. The Adeptus Mechanicus acolytes study the ancient data archives and conclude that the vessel crashed about 300 years ago after running into an asteroid stream. Hoping to rescue at least some of the colonists, the captain dispatched 4 lifeboats, whose tragic fate you already know. Although time and weather were not kind to the Hammer of Redemption, the crew still managed to salvage plenty of valuable items. Oh, so the 4 pieces of that compass came from 4 lifeboats. See, I mean, it's neat. You just click on a planet and you find a piece of the compass and you don't know anything about it. But it would have been cool to have 4 individual ground locations where your crew had to, like, you know, I don't know, fight strange aliens and shit and pick up the compass that way. But we get the HAD pattern data loom, which is really cool. Grants +10 to all skills, and the wearer can reroll any failed skill test once for each test, which is great. So who do we really want to give that to? It's probably Jai, because she's going to be the one making the most skill checks. So +10 to all skills, which is going to totally boost the hell out of that. And then re-roll a failed skill test once. So she get +15 bonus to carouse, and then Lore Xenos, and she's an iconoclast adherent, it increases all skills by +10. So we want to replace the disinfection device. So watch her skills go up. Oh, wait a minute. What just happened there? Did they all go up? Did they all go up? Yeah, I was looking at the wrong one. Oh yeah, they all went up, except for I happen to be looking at carouse. So that's why it went down. Coercion, commerce, demolition. Let's look at those. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's fantastic. Look at her. Yeah, she is skilled out. Now this, whenever the wearer kills an enemy or scores a critical hit, they gain 2 movement points on their next turn. Bella. Wait a minute, you can't wear it? Oh yes, you can. It just moved. There it is. But this is when she inflicts bleeding, burning, or toxin, the target gets an additional 2 stacks. Bleeding, burning, or toxin. I would rather have that then. I can deal with... Yeah, I'd rather her have this. If she's going to kill enemies and score critical hits, she's going to get more movement. I would rather have this. I know it makes Denial of Nightmares go away, but the horrors of the warp effect... suffers -5 and -1 resolve per difficulty tier of the demon for 1 round. So it's probably better for most of the time to have that on. If we have to fight demons, then we'll know. We might want to switch back. Okay, that's cool. Well then. There's all these up here. We should go to Dargonis though. So where is this? Mundus Valencius. Okay, let's do this. Let's make this. Let's make that safe. And we'll visit and we'll go do some Dargonis stuff. Because we've been saying that now for, the last 5 episodes at least. Genetic mercy. We get some people. Cool. Alright. And then guilds. Blocks the project Season of Wars and blocks the project Adeptus Arbites. We get frag grenades. What about Adeptus Arbites? These are the Caligay of St. Keith. Whenever the wearer performs a heroic act or a desperate measure, they recover all their... I want this. I want this. So we need adamantine. So we will not do any more projects there. So, Von Valencia's throne room, palace, administratum. Let's go there. We need Jai with us. Oh, and this is the pain in the ass part. Okay. We don't need Cabela. We probably want Heinrichs. I don't think we need Cassia. We may want Abelard instead. That looks pretty good. This is a pretty painless situation here. We just have to do some reading. The administratum. Alright, my friend. Jai Hedari. Ah, Holt von Valencius, you have returned. I hope the sacred document I entrusted to you last time has now successfully passed through the approval procedure. Here is your paper, complete with seals. The ocular lens on the old woman's nose emit a subtle hum as she adjusts the magnification. Yes, oh yes, indeed, it is perfect. Seals are authentic, so we may continue with the certification procedure. Follow me, please. The certification procedure? Yeah. Alright. Oh, look. It's bureaucracy at its finest. This is so funny. Look at all those bald heads. I guess in the future we can't solve hair loss, can we? Man, and you thought airport terminals were bad. This is your queue, and your ticket number is... The old woman's ocular lenses hum as she zooms in on the paper in her hand. 394. When it is your turn to be seen, the ranking prefect will review your documentation again and sign the official certification for Jai Hedari to possess a Mercatum Tabula Officiale. You will have a bit of a wait, but it'll be worth it in the end, yes? Is this some kind of joke? Hardly. In accordance with Decree DA-58 Clause 201, citizens of the capital world of the Von Valencius Protectorate must submit their petitions at one of the assigned windows of the waiting hall. The decree makes no mention of the rogue trader being exempt from this rule. I see. I am the rogue trader and sovereign of this world. I do not queue. Under the Lex Imperialis, your rights and privileges as rogue trader come into effect only after your official accession ceremony. Until then, you are just another humble subject of the Von Valencius Protectorate. I see. Well then, if I'm as Q, Do you really wish to get on my bad side? I suppose I could make an exception, but only because Theodore von Valancius never once overlooked the laws of the Imperium on my advice. Here. She holds out a new ticket with the number 301. May his blessing be upon you. Have that woman servitorized, please, immediately. Well then. There's some goods. At least we can grab that.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
My peoples. There's various paper goods around here, but nothing of any interest. We have to find our place to sit down. Where are we supposed to sit down? Place is huge. Right here. Here we go. Alright. Take your place in the queue. The queue hums with thousands of voices. Someone has rolled out bedding and is settling down to sleep. Someone else is playing some bizarre musical instrument. Many are praying. Several highborn petitioners are debating who is here on the most important business. You have to admit, Jai says, the magnificent administrative machinery of the Imperium isn't without its rough edges. She smiles sheepishly, eyeing the queue. But what a thrilling adventure this is turning out to be, Shadeen. I've never seen anything like it before. And sometimes it's good to take a break from constant traveling, and to give all the hot-blooded newcomers a chance to cover themselves in glory without us in the way. The people are constantly moving, coming and going, changing places or simply disappearing from view. On your first attempt, you count 238 petitioners. On your second attempt, you count 244. On your third attempt, the next batch of unlucky souls is ushered into the hall and you lose count. Order your servants to prepare a waiting area befitting a rogue trader. Pizza and beer for everyone. You feel the envious eyes of the other petitioners upon you, but no one dares to do anything more than stare. We pass 8 hours of time waiting. In the last 8 hours, the only thing that has changed in the waiting hall is the warden shift. The petitioners in the queue placidly await the blessed hour when their appeal will be heard by the high-ranking servants of the Imperium. The entire queue perks up at a sudden announcement. Number 285. Proceed to the available window. Throne, take me. What torturous trial have we let ourselves in for? Jai almost wails in despair. So much precious time lost, and we've only moved 3 places ahead. At this rate, we'll be old and gray before we get out of this queue, Shadeen. Do you have a better idea? You wound me, Shadeen. Jai Hidari always has a better idea. What would you say to making the good folk ahead of us hurry up a little bit? Just a smidge. The simplest way is to make these lowly subjects bow down before the blinding radiance of your title, Shadeen. The second option requires a little more patience. I have already found our first the compassionate citizen who is standing 50 paces ahead of us in the queue. Simply offer the right words to unlock his heart and he will gladly swap tickets with you. And also, you have the power to solve the problems of some petitioners, removing their need to visit a coveted window. After all, is there anything an ordinary citizen could want that is beyond the power of the conqueror of the stars to grant? I see. Whatever you're thinking, do it. You do not need to tell me twice, Shadeen. All is fair in love and bureaucracy. The certification officers will only see petitioners who have a signed number ticket. Thanks be to the Exalted when I managed to get one in the next queue over. Good. Well, let's see what happens here. No one told me about that. If these ashmags want to be tricked, I won't stop them. Jai smugly watches the agitated crowd whispering among themselves and jabbing each other with sheaves of paper. We've moved forward considerably in the queue, Shadeen. But you aren't ready to stop there, are you? I'll be honest, Shadeen. I already tried to convince Heinrichs to use his interrogator's rosette with sweet words and pretty songs I cajoled and wheedled. but he remains unmoved, like a rock whipped by the winds. Perhaps he will be more amenable to a request from you. Sister Argenta, for instance. She could engage the people in a prayer or tell a story about some saint or other in exchange for their queue tickets. We need to move faster. Use your tricks. Why go to any effort when I can simply shoot everyone here? I prefer to call it my wisdom learned through many years' experience, but I don't care about the precise wording just now. How do you wish to proceed? Sister Argenta, I believe these people have been gripped by despondency. A sermon from one of his daughters could restore them to their determination. You were thinking about it as well? Words of faith can heal any wound, even those that bleed not but doubt. I will help these people. Way to go, Argenta. Come closer, brothers and sisters, for I am about to tell you about true faith and humility in the face of adversity. I think I have used that shooting option before, and it clears the room pretty quick. One day, they appealed to Saint Justina. There goes 2 hours. As they say on Ifrit, there is no star more coveted than that which points to the Exalted One. Jai casts a sidelong glance at the Sister of Battle as the latter holds out several numbered tickets to you. These were given to me in thanks by the poor souls who decided to abandon their vigil in this place of law and return to their worldly matters. We've moved forward considerably, but aren't you ready to stop there? Heinrichs, this is the perfect opportunity to make use of your privileged status. After all, you do not wish to suspend your mission for several cycles, do you? It would be unpardonable to waste so much time here. Good answer. In the name of the Holy Inquisition, I order you to let this lord through. It is your sacred duty to the Imperium to comply. Well, hopefully Heinrichs has some luck. The Inquisition? Here? Emperor, save us. I'd better come back in 20 moons. There go some of them. They don't want the Inquisition around. Here. Is this what you were so desperate to obtain? Heinrichs holds out 3 queue tickets dropped by petitioners fleeing the very sight of the interrogator. Do not ask me to resort to such tricks again. The hum of activity returns to the queue. Petitioners exchange glances, clutching their paperwork. After a few seconds, you realize that the number being called out by the servo skull for the 3rd time is the one on your ticket. Oh, Exalted One, thank you for granting the rogue trader his sacred warrant and all its privileges. If we'd had to wait a minute longer, heaven be my witness, I would have shot someone. Well, that went faster than I expected. We had a little bit of a wait, of course, but at times it was actually fun. Jai smiles wearily. One last seal, one more certification, and you will be looking at an official trade representative, Jai Haidari. What are you waiting for, Shireen? Let's go. We have another couple of hours with the certification officer to get through. The certification officer leans over the document, his smoothly shaven head gleaming. His augmented ocular eyes whir as the lenses zoom in and out. With quiet scratching sounds, the cogitus quills that serve in place of the officer's fingers make notes on a fine sheet of paper. The document is hereby certified, says the rasping voice through the metal jaw with its integrated vox. Return to your master of seals in order to proceed, and may his light and wisdom guard you. Next! Alright then.
Keep your wits about you.
Back down here, Master of Seals, and we leveled up. Fantastic. Master of Seals. The Temple of Law and Order greets you, Holt von Valencias. You have returned with all the necessary paperwork, I presume. Here, all of the seals placed by a certified officer. Wonderful. The Emperor blessed you with patience greater than that apportioned to ordinary mortals. Allow me to verify the authenticity of your documents for the final time. The old woman holds the documents close so that they are almost touching her nose, her mechanical ocular lenses clicking incessantly. Yes, confirmed. Everything is in order. And this one, the seal is smudged slightly. Jai's smile evaporates, revealing her true emotions. Void Scorpion, scratch out my eyes, what now? I suppose I can overlook it, given that the rest has been certified correctly and promptly. Congratulations, Jai Hidari. You are now the holder of a Mercatum Tabula Officiale. Do not forget to repeat the certification process every 100 Terran years. Uphold the law of the Imperium proudly and honorably in the worlds of the Coronis Expanse. And one more thing. Loss of the certificate is a grievous transgression, Mistress Hidari. Lose the original document and you will be unable to regain your status as an official trade representative, not even with the rogue trader's endorsement. Yes, esteemed Ama, give me the certificate already, come on. Jai's eyes dart over the Mercatum Tabula Officiale and shine with delight. Praise the Exalted One, who saw me through all these trials, Shireen. This is something to tell the grandchildren about. How a humble mortal became a trade representative of the Imperium. Let's not bother the Dama any longer, Shireen. Why don't we discuss our next steps on the ship? I agree.
I always have a backup plan.
We leveled up, which is always fun. Mundus Valencius. Well then. That was the adventure in bureaucracy, wasn't it? Not adventures in babysitting. Adventures in bureaucracy. What does Jai have to say about all this business? Gotta love that sound. Where is she? She's right over here. Boink. Mistress Hidari.
Shireen, light of my eyes, giver of boons and savior of the needy. From now on, 2 sons will grace the firmament of the Font Valencius Protectorate. One bright and powerful, like the rogue trader himself, and the other slightly more humble, like his unassuming partner, the diligent owner of the Mercatum Tabula Officiale, and all around the light, Jai Hidari. As I promised before, my crew will be your eyes and ears across the entire expanse, Shireen. Just give them time. And of course, the assistant to official trade representative Jai Hidari is already rushing to Dargonis to deliver goods of rare and exquisite quality to you and your people, O master of many worlds. And once again, thank you, Shireen, from the bottom of my humble heart.
You are welcome, Jai. It is what friends are for.
A rogue trader cannot have friends, Shireen. Only servants for whom the word of their master is supreme law, and partners to whom the favor of the warrant bearer is the highest reward for their mutual efforts. Why are you looking at me like that? How many friends does the soul that shines down upon Holy Terra have? You are welcome to call our relations whatever you like, Shireen. After all, words mean little. But you have taken good care of me, and so I would like to take good care of you. And go slightly beyond the strict terms of our agreement. Here, I brought a small gift as a token of gratitude. And may the Exalted One keep watching over the paths that you tread.
So we get the battle-scarred cape. When the wearer ends their turn, they remove burning, bleeding, and toxin negative effects from themselves and all adjacent allies. Wearer gains 2 temporary wounds for each negative effect removed that way. I see. Oh. Argenta seems to have gotten under your skin. Am I right?
Argenta? What could be more beautiful than the sight of a sister of battle, whose mere presence casts light in the dark corners of lost souls such as mine? But alas, what remains of my sanity is telling me that poor Jai can only admire the radiance of this angel, forsaking any hope of ever touching her wings.
Oh, too bad we can't touch your wings together.
Oh, I have no doubt you will.
Alright, so we should level up at the start of next episode. I like doing it at the beginning of the episodes. So we're going to leave this hanging here. Bureaucracy episode, but Jai now has her piece of paper. And we have plenty more left to do on Dargonis. Folks, thanks for watching. As always, you know the drill. like the video, subscribe, leave your questions and comments down below. I'll see you next time, and until then, happy gaming, everyone.